do you look for in your people? And you've spoken about the kind of people you have bring on board is an important way to nurture your culture and the kind of company you are building. Do you want to talk about that? And I'm sure there has been a journey on that as well. What do you look for in the people that you want to hire, bring on board?
I think, just decent human beings, like it's like you spend some time, you get to know what is the reason for which this person wants to come work for you, right? As in, if it's about, like, I still remember this person who came and said, I will move with my team and I'll bring X number of customers to you. And I was like, dude, why would I ever hire you? I'm like, like tomorrow you'll probably go like this somewhere else, right? As in, but he felt very weird when I said it, because that's how, people, like, if you look at wealth management or even, like, people just keep moving. And the more they take their entire team, they take their, we would never want to have someone like that for sure, right? As in, also, we've been very, I don't know, like, we keep talking about this. Maybe we've built some blind sides because of this, not having leaders from outside.
Not having?
Leaders from outside,
Okay.
Mostly people join, they
And
kind of
promote them
grow internally, as in.
And why do you think that is important?
Because it's very hard to find leaders who worked a certain way to come, let go of the baggage and adapt to a new way of working. It's really hard, like if people who spend 10, 15 years. But it's also a problem for the business, right? Because some of the skills that we are looking for, it's hard to nurture and groom and be able to do it. But you have to make compromises in life. So, in terms of culture versus, saying skill, I think culture is more important, than skills itself. So, I think the way he hires for tech is very different. So,
you should tell us about how you look at it, Kailash. And I know that you are particular about the kind of people you bring on board as part of a tech team, etc. What have you learned about kind of people you would like to bring on board? What do you look for?
Very similar. So I think this was one of those philosophies where we just aligned from the very beginning that when you bring people on, it should really it should not really be based on metrics, but just common sense, decency, the philosophical alignment, attitude, etc. And the tech team, we've always hired for that. Of course, you need tech skills, but we've never really hired anyone with a lot of industry experience. I think 95% of people in the tech team have never held a job before Zerodha. But they've all been tinkerers. They all knew programming, some people more than others. But there's this, you look for that attitude, that spirit to learn. So somebody who has decent enough skills and who is not supremely skilled at a certain technical thing, if they have the right attitude, they can get there in 6 months or 12 months or 24 months. That's okay. So you don't really hire for massive amounts of skills. We haven't. But we've hired for, we've looked for the right amount of skills, but the right attitude to learn. And I think expectations, like he said, is absolutely important. If somebody is coming in to build a career ladder or whatever, it doesn't go with what we are trying to build. So be it tech, product, processes, Zerodha as a business itself, our goal is very long-term and largely abstract. We want to continue existing meaningfully and still make sense and be meaningful to our customers 10 years from now, 15 years from now. You never know what's going to happen, but that's our abstract goal. So you need people who have that long-term vision. So you don't set wrong expectations. You don't attract people by saying, we'll give you X, Y, Z, and in 2 years you will get to, A, B, C, D. No metrics, no goals. So when you put it out there, like he said, he undersells. I also set expectations very clearly. Engineers, a lot of young engineers think that there's this utopian world where you can do cool engineering and innovation every single day, everywhere. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. There's no tech company in the world where one can work on interesting problems every single day. There are spurts of interesting things to work on, and then it's just maintenance, a lot of grunt work, hard work, tedious work. That is how software technology development works. So I clearly lay it out there saying we are in finance, heavily regulated, we have to do tons of boring things. There's always that 20% interesting innovation that comes like this. But we have fun as a team. This is how the team is flat. And if you're okay with it, let's talk. So typically when you lay it out right there and set the expectations very brutally, honestly, the people who tend to remain and be okay with it also tend to be the people who are in it for the long term, for the right reasons. So we look for people who are in it for the right reasons. And it's never 100%, but it's something that has paid off really well. I think we've been, I don't know, 95% accurate with this, gauging people.
Attrition is not that big for you.
It's very, very low. In the tech team, it's close to zero. Even in the rest of the teams, it's extremely low, over the decade plus.
Yeah. No, it's the rest of the team, I think, as we expanded, so the lower skill jobs, right, like the supports, etc. I mean, I think there we were probably a little compromised on this because you want to hire quickly, as in like, so it's very hard. Like, I'm not interviewing everyone, right, as in, so it's very hard. Like I said, like the way we work is very hard to scale.
For stories like this, keep following us. From Code to Culture, our podcast. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media,